getting hot in here.
Yeah.
You know why? It's because I'm
Who was
here.
talking about that?
Baby, come on.
You look like you're in one of those pornos where the guy hits the girl. Not that I've ever seen.
That's called internet
Not that I've
porn.
ever seen a porno like that. I've imagined a porno.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next reader. I first heard him down in Kent. At Brady's during, I think it was either a jawbone or it was just one of the many open mics they had down there. And hopefully, one of these days, he will be a featured reader here. We'll talk to Steve about that.
I take bribes.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, give it up for Terry Provost.
Somebody mentioned this. I wasn't going to do this, and somebody mentioned this earlier, and so I thought this would be a good thing to do. I don't know how many of you are aware, but there's a local leader, former local leader, by the name of Fawaz Damra, who disappeared off the face of the earth a few days ago. And you know, they say that that the United States doesn't send people to countries where they practice torture, but it's really uncontroversial that Israel is a country that widespread practice of torture. You know, so that's where he was sent, more or less, in Palestine, whatever. This is called Scene at the War Protest, April 20th, 2002. I went to my first anti-war protest, war protest in December of 2001. I made a sign that said, terrorists out of Washington impeach Bush. So it's just been an all-purpose sign, you know, kind of good for all protests for the last 5 years. Just keep recycling the same thing. And this starts with a quote by a guy by the name well, anyway, it starts with a quote. It says, "I believe there is no place for two people in our country. Palestinians are like lice. You have to take them out like lice." That was from Rehavam Ze'evi, the Israeli Minister of Tourism, assassinated by Palestinian extremists in October of 2001. Someone has removed the Star of David from the center of the light blue on white Israeli flag and replaced it with a Nazi swastika. Although I mustn't be the first, he without sin, to observe the inverted similarity between the Palestinian youths with their early Intifada Kabul slings and the legendary underdog king of the Jews, the part of Goliath, now filled by a battalion of Israeli tanks. The extremity of this new semiotic violence succeeds in shocking even me. Certainly, I tell myself, there must be a difference of degree and kind between the exterminations of the master race and the depredations, universally denounced, of Sharon's invasion of the West Bank. Not just the numbers, smaller 1,000 times, not just the lack of any attempt to kill indiscriminately by attaching to this thousands of years of context, Hitler and Dachau being the most recent and severe in reprising the role of Goliath, making it easy to appreciate refusing to be cast once more in the part of David. But the facts of the matter, the Sudetenland facts on the ground, testify with cartographic eloquence from Ma'al Yisrael, Ma'al Ajimim, Givat Ziev, Kiryat Sefer, Gush Etzion, and Har Homa, where 90% of Tubas or Bahar has been disappeared, with settlements spliced together gradually into mesh strands of simultaneous net and noose. When Holocaust survivors rise in the Knesset to detest the identity tag tattoos on the arms of Arabs being mass arrested, when the triple X pornography whip pans from satellite to screen, jump cuts the whirlwind from scene to obscene, from the Passover massacre in Netanyahu to the rubble cadaver that once was Janine, I keep asking why?
Yeah!
Why does it take so much slaughter to continue to lie to yourself? Cut down and high feast as the shards of their self-detonating assassin penetrated them at their Seder. What in the hell were they celebrating? The deliverance of Moses? The divine infanticide of the firstborn of Egypt? What type of promised land is this? A, B negative? O positive? Or Texas-like sweet? I am tired of having my collar tailored with the blade of Abraham. I am tired of having Jerry Falwell and John Ashcroft play George Orwell's Big Brother. I am sick to death of having never again being used to excuse it never ends. Isn't it time? With the three true multiple Muslim, Christian, Jewish personality disorders needs to be worshipped freely in any way that isn't literal or lethal. There is no more room for faith-based initiatives, launching passenger jet missiles into the occupied territories of downtown Manhattan. There is no more room for faith-based initiatives bombing gay nightclubs and family planning centers. There is no more room for faith-based initiatives engaging in preemptive retaliations to colonize the land of God. And there is absolutely no more room for faith-based initiatives launching bunker-busting nukes from Damora, Labnor, Islamabad, or the nearest B-52 to service the insatiable 4x4 god of Iraqi, Kuwaiti, Iranian, Saudi Arabian, Caspian base and crude. Somebody has replaced the Star of David with a Nazi swastika. My God, my literalist, fundamentalist God, I say from the protest in Washington, I wonder who.
Sorry, what was said about coming to Israel and Palestinians and lice? I can't believe.
Don't mock your prayer.
I thought you were taking the initiative. Yeah, it does still stand. If you want to tackle the person who's up on stage to read, you can. But you got to tackle them. If you hate George Bush, if you hate the fundamentalists, if you hate the Jews, if you hate the Palestinians, if you hate the Iraqis, if you hate what's going on over there, if you hate what people are doing to you, if you hate what's going on around you, you fucking lost. You lost already, man, so give it up. Ain't about politics, it's about fucking hate.